Saving money. If it was as easy as it sounds, we'd all have full emergency fund and full retirement accounts, but it's not. It's not. So what are some practical, tangible ways that you can use to improve the amount of money that you have saved up? I've got that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Saving money. It sounds simple, and in practice, it's sort of, or not in practice, but just sort of textbook, it is. Well, spend less than you make, right? But yet for some of us, that habit, number one, just sort of is counterintuitive to just who we are ingrained as a person. I'm pretty sure at birth, some people are labeled savers and some are labeled spenders. And likely you're not married to someone that's the same as you. But no, like life gets in the way as well. There's all sorts of, just things that you're juggling, different financial priorities. There's surprises, of course, and it's just not linear. And yet, financially, we'd all feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident if we had more savings, if we had built up more savings. This is one of the reasons why you need to work with a CFP. This is, like I call it, blocking and tackling in your financial life. Going to a sports analogy, it's never really going to make the highlight reels, but it is the difference often between winning games but really winning championships. Are you blocking and tackling well, even though it's the big Hail Marys and the 100-yard rushes that will make the highlight reel, not the blocking and tackling, but it's absolutely essential and it paves the way for great financial success. So what are some of the tangible, practical things, as opposed to, well, just spend less than you make? Okay, what are some practical ways that things that you can implement to be able to save up more money? The first is to implement a 3 bank account system and an 85% spending plan. And that's a mouthful, and honestly, that's a bunch of videos and a lot of different tips and suggestions all in of itself. But if you're familiar with the 3 bank account system, we've created a lot of content on it. You need it. If you're not adopting it, you need it. 3 bank account system helps you manage a monthly budget for your immediate spending. That's bank account number 1. Helps you save up for and have a plan for non-monthly expenses. Okay, that's bank account number 2. And then save up for all the things that you can't anticipate, expenses that'll come up out of the blue that you couldn't have predicted. That's an emergency fund. That's bank account number 3. If you set that up, it will be much easier for you to save because you'll have clear visibility on here's all the income coming in each month and here's all the normal monthly expenses. But wait, I also have awareness of all of the non-monthly expenses, the things that don't come up every single month. Maybe they happen once a quarter, maybe a couple times a year, maybe once a year, maybe every few years, and we're saving up. We've got a plan for those. And then all the stuff that I can't see that could pop up, I've got a plan for that as well. Implementing that 3 bank account system will help you save more because you'll have greater clarity on your cash. Combining that with an 85% spending plan, meaning 85% of your take-home income is covered in bucket number 1 and bucket number 2. You limit and you organize your finances such that only 85% of your take-home goes towards your monthly bills or your non-monthly bills. And that means 15% of your take-home is available to be saved up into emergency fund, and then after that emergency fund is built, can be saved up and set aside for other goals as well. So tangible tip number 1 to save more is to implement a 3 bank account system, combine that with an 85% spending plan. Tip number 2, automate all of your savings. Automate all of your savings. Don't think about it. Think about it once. Make that decision once and have it like a domino cascade and create all other future actions. Okay, so set up all your savings as automated, and ideally the second half of this is normally don't set up any of your expenses as automated, although I know that's less and less possible with all the subscriptions and everything else these days. But automate all of your savings. It works with the 401k. The phrase is pay yourself first. If it works for your 401k, then do it for all other savings as well. Automate your savings into your Roth IRA. Automate the savings into your 529 plan, the college account for your kids. Automate the savings to those non-monthly expenses, especially the big ones like saving up for a future vehicle, saving up for a down payment on a house, saving up for home improvements, those sorts of things. Automate saving up for that emergency fund. Automate all of your savings so that you can make the decision once and then it's on autopilot thereafter. If you had to decide every single week, well, are you okay to contribute 15% to your 401k? You're going to come up with 72 reasons every single week to say, you know what, let's not save up quite as much because there's this thing that could be coming up in the future. No. Avoid all of that negotiation with yourself. Set up and automate all of your savings. Savings tip number 3, this one everyone should be scoring A+, 100% on this. Get the full company match from your employer. Get the full company match from your employer. Later on in your career, this is just sort of table stakes. You just know this, but certainly for your kids, or maybe if you're watching this early in your career and you say, well, I've got all these competing priorities. I can't really establish a full through bank account system just yet. I've got to build up that emergency fund. I've got to pay down debt. I've got, we're just starting a family or these other sorts of things. How do I balance all this? Well, make sure that you're getting the full company match. You're earning those dollars. People often say, those are free dollars. Make sure you go getting them. No, they're not free. You're working for them. It's part of your wages. You've just got to go claim them. Okay, so know the formula to your 401k and make sure you're contributing the right amount to get the maximum, the full company match. That's adjacent to savings tip number 4. Increase the amount that you save to your retirement plan 1% every single year. And if you're an overachiever or want to do 2%, fantastic, do it. But once a year, increase your 401k contribution by 1%. Why 1%? You won't feel it. You will barely feel it, especially if you make this a habit around the beginning of the year, because at the beginning of the year, typically you're getting, there's adjustments to your pay around that time. There's adjustments to how much is coming out of your paycheck for health insurance and a few other fringe benefits, those sorts of things. So a 1% change going into your 401k, you won't feel it. But in your 401k account, you will see it. You will feel it over time by that much extra money being contributed and growing compound for your financial future. Increase the amount that you're saving into your 401k, into your retirement plan by 1% every single year until you max it out. And then once you max it out, find a way to increase your contributions to retirement by 1% in a different way, whether that's starting to fund a Roth IRA, starting to fund an HSA, something like that. And then the 5th savings rule to help you save more money is have a spending rule for pennies from heaven, or unexpected income, whether that's a quarterly bonus, whether that's a tax refund, maybe it's an inheritance or some other dollars that you just weren't expecting. They weren't part of that monthly budget. They weren't part of that 3 bank account system. And all of a sudden they landed in your lap. Whether you earned them, whether it deals with a grief, or whether it's, whatever it is, have a savings rule up front. And the savings rule that I like personally is the 80-20 rule. Why? Because the Pareto principle applies to so many things. It does not apply here, but the 80-20 rule just has a good ring to it. And that is wherever the sources came from of pennies from heaven, 80% save for the future, 20% enjoy today. 80% save for the future, 20% enjoy today. And depending on where you are financially and maybe the amount, maybe that rule should be 50-50, maybe it should be 95-5. You've got to figure out for you what the right ratio is, but come up with a savings rule so that as you have pennies from heaven, a bonus, tax refund, some other dollars land in your lap, you have a game plan for what to do with those to make them beneficial to your financial life, both today and in the future. So there you go, 5 tips to help you save even more, to have a stronger financial situation, more clarity and confidence. Work with your certified financial planner on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go on and take your next wise step in your financial life.